Hello?
Whoa, hey.
You guys, this story is honestly shocking. Huda Mustafa, yes, Love Island USA's Huda, has officially lost $1 million brand deal after a livestream clip went viral for all the wrong reasons. And what started as a fun, casual stream with her boyfriend Lewis Russell has now turned into one of the biggest influencer controversies of the year. Because the way things unfolded and how brands reacted might just mark the end of her career. So let's break this down from the very beginning. It all began on what seemed like a harmless night. Huda and Lewis were live on Instagram, taking fan calls, laughing, chatting, just doing what influencers do. Everything looked normal until one caller crossed the line in the worst way possible. The person on the phone used a racial slur aimed at Love Island co-star Olandria Carthen. And instead of instantly hanging up or condemning it, both Huda and Lewis were seen laughing. Now maybe it was nervous laughter, maybe it was shock, but the internet didn't see it that way. Within minutes, the clip was ripped, reposted, and shared across TikTok, X, and Reddit, gaining hundreds of thousands of views in just hours. People were outraged. Fans said it was disrespectful, tone-deaf, and hard to watch. Many couldn't believe that someone who preaches positivity and inclusion would laugh at something so ugly and cruel. And just like that, the backlash began. Not even 48 hours later, Huda Beauty, one of her biggest partners, released an official statement on Instagram that stunned everyone. It read, "We are truly disappointed by Huda Mustafa's recent live, and we take all forms of racism very seriously. While we don't believe her actions reflect her character, we found them deeply upsetting." And just like that, they ended their collaboration. The statement went on to say that accountability matters, that they hope this moment can lead to reflection and change, but they also made it clear that all related content will be removed from stores and social media platforms immediately. Let that sink in. A top beauty brand, one that literally shares her name, completely cutting her off. According to insiders, this deal was massive. Sources say Huda had recently signed a 7-figure agreement, potentially worth over $1 million, and it's now gone. The brand reportedly felt that what happened on the live stream went completely against what their company stands for. And that decision sent shockwaves through both the influencer and beauty worlds. Meanwhile, Olandria Carthen, the woman targeted by that hateful word, broke her silence. In an Instagram story, she said, "Words like that carry generations of pain. Defending it, laughing about it, or making excuses is even worse." She didn't hold back. She made it clear she wasn't just disappointed, she was hurt. As the outrage grew, Huda initially downplayed the situation, saying she didn't find it funny and that her laughter was just a nervous reaction. But that explanation didn't go over well. People called it damage control, accusing her of being more concerned with saving her image than addressing the pain she caused. Then, after a day of silence and growing pressure, she finally released a second, more formal apology. She said, "Olandria, it's now clear that this comment was targeted at you, and I apologize for my immediate reaction. My reaction in that moment came from being caught off guard, not from finding the situation funny. It was a nervous, uncomfortable reaction that I recognize was inappropriate." She went on to say she would personally donate to the NAACP and encouraged others to do the same. But by the time that post went up, the damage was already done. The internet had made up its mind, and her sponsors had too. After Huda Beauty dropped her, fans noticed that other companies started quietly removing her collaborations and archiving old campaigns. According to one insider, the deal she lost was worth at least 6 figures, maybe even more. They described her as a great character with a massive following, but said her reaction to that livestream was simply too damaging for any brand to ignore. And if that wasn't enough, Huda herself commented under one of the posts about the controversy, writing, "This is so hard. I'm being told I'll never find work again. Brands are dropping me. What happened to nuance and discussion?" It's clear she's feeling cornered, like her career is slipping away in real time. But a lot of people online don't feel sorry for her. They say, this isn't cancel culture, it's consequence culture. Because laughing, even for a second, when someone uses a slur, isn't something you can just brush off. Now, even celebrities have started weighing in. Louis Russell, her boyfriend, called the backlash ridiculous. Jeremiah Brown said no words. Ariana Madix posted, "Jaw dropped." And singer Kelly Rowland wrote, "Glad we're finally seeing people being held accountable." The responses show just how split the public really is. Some see it as an honest mistake that got blown out of proportion, while others say it's proof that some influencers aren't ready for the platforms they have. Here's the thing. This situation has sparked a much bigger conversation. When someone laughs at something wrong, even nervously, should they lose everything they've built? Or should there be room for reflection, for growth, for learning? Because right now, Huda's entire brand, her image, her endorsements, her partnerships, it's all crumbling. And whether she deserves a second chance depends on how she handles what comes next. Will she actually take accountability and rebuild from the ground up? Or will she disappear like so many before her? Only time will tell. This whole situation is a reminder that the internet doesn't wait. One clip, one moment, and your reputation can change forever. Huda Mustafa went from a reality TV star with million-dollar deals to being blacklisted overnight. And all because of a reaction she couldn't take back. It's honestly sad to watch, because no matter how you feel about her, you can see how quickly things spiral online. But at the same time, accountability matters. This story isn't over yet, but it's safe to say Huda's future in the influencer world will never look the same again. Before you go, I want to know what you think. Do you believe Huda deserves a chance to rebuild her image? Or is this the end of her career for good? Drop your thoughts below.